Hi, everybody. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Got my coffee. Oh, wait, it's black and white, just like my sweater. Did not plan that. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited to be here with you for the very first Fun Fold Friday of 2022. As you guys know, on Fridays, I do love to join you with a different type of fold, just a different way to make cards. And I'm in love with today's. Today I'm actually using three of the free things that you can get from Celebration, and I'm super excited. I love the Celebration choices this year. I'd love to know what your favorites are. I played with the Awesomely Otters before Christmas. And what else did I share before Christmas? There was a bunch of stuff I was doing in December with the Celebration because as demonstrators, we could order a whole month early. And good morning, Kathy. Great to have you with me here. I yeah, I've been loving playing with the Celebration stuff, and the Celebration stuff is only available while supplies last. And I have a feeling that the rainbow paper is going to sell out quicker than anything else because there's a bundle that coordinates with it. And whenever we have something like that, we saw it in the summer with the penguin punch and the penguin paper. So I'm just going to put that out there. If you love anything from the Celebration stuff, you shouldn't wait. You should grab it before it sells out and you're disappointed. I don't want you to be disappointed. So I'm going to showcase three of the things today. I'm going to showcase a stamp set and two of the packs of paper that you can get for free. And who doesn't love free, right? It's the best time of the Stampin' Up! Year. Good morning, Kim. Happy Friday to you too. Thanks for joining me. I'm really excited about today's card. I can't wait to flip the camera and show you what I'm making. This card can be adapted to any suite that you like. Okay, so you can use it for annual catalog stuff, mini catalog stuff. I just so happen to be using three Celebration stuff. Oh, thank you, Donna. This is a sweater, actually. It's a really warm, cozy sweater. It was a gift from my sister for my birthday. So I think she gave it to me last year or the year before, but it's really held up well. And as you guys know, it is like freezing here in Alberta. I have been, our house is toasty warm. My husband is like, I don't know why you're so cold. But seriously, like I am always cold. I cannot warm up. Yesterday, I don't know how many cups of tea while I was sitting in my craft room working. I even had my magic bag and I warmed it up and put it on my feet. I had slippers on, and Kev was like, my goodness, you have no circulation. He was making fun of me. But anyway, I am just not a cold person. I don't like the cold. I like the blue skies we have in Alberta. Often in Alberta, we'd have -40, but still blue skies. It's really deceptive. But the last few days this week, it's been gray skies and it's kind of, I don't know, it's a bit of a downer, but I'm so happy that I can stay in my craft room and do some fun things, right? Okay, good morning, Mary. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Gail. Thank you for joining. Good morning, everybody. Okay, let's flip the camera. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Beverly. Wow, so many of you joining me. I love it. All right, let's flip the camera. Before I get started, I want to mention quickly, if you're not on my email list, let me know. I'd love to add you. I did send an email reminder yesterday about my special, the 5 cards in the mail that you're going to get for the packages in the mail from me. And the deadline is tonight at midnight to place your order using that host code. That host code is only going to be valid till midnight tonight. And when you use that code and you place a minimum $35 order in my online store from Canada, anywhere across Canada, I'm going to send you the 5 card packages. So you can then use those packages and your own stamps and ink and make those cards for yourself. I've uploaded all 5 of those videos to my YouTube channel. You can watch there, pause, fast forward, rewind, and you can make as many of those cards as you want. So there's also 3 levels of ordering special. So that's my free cards with $35. If you bump it up to 60, you're going to get your favorite Celebration item, one item. You're also going to get the iridescent rhinestones from me in the mail. And if you bump your order to 120 by midnight tonight, you're going to get the 5 card packages, the iridescent rhinestones, and then one of my gift packages in the mail. So that's a special I'm running this first week of Celebration. And just wanted to remind you about that. Okay, here we go. Just checking my comments here before I get started. You can so relate to being cold. Oh, Yes, warmest in my craft room. Yeah, I'm pretty warm in here. I have a heater in here, like electric heater, and it's on as high as it can go. But I just think it's just so bitter cold outside that, it's hard to keep up. All right, let's flip and get started. I got a fun card for you today. Here we go. Ugh, a cold look at my backyard there. Ugh. Okay, let's focus on the happy stuff, the warm stuff, the sunshine. You can see showing on my designer series paper here. Oh, the nice stuff. Okay, you put an order in and was able to get eligible for 9 freebies. Carol Gates, oh my heavens, good for you. That is so wonderful. 9 freebies. You have lots of fun stuff coming to play with. I love it. Okay, so we are going to focus on our Fun Filled Friday, but let me show you the 5 cards that you're going to get first before I put these away. So these are the cards I did on Tuesday in case you missed my video. This is the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one with the cactus, and the fifth one with my little hedgehogs. So these are the 5 cards I did, and this is the envelope that goes with the thank you card. So those are the 5 cards I did on Tuesday for my launch, and I'd love, love, love to cut these and send them to you when you place your order using this host code you see here at the top. And I will post the link to that when I'm done my video here in case you needed to place your order. Okay, let me share with you what we're doing today, you guys. Oh my gosh. I've got the card here. I got one copy here. Look at this. This is the Driving By stamp set here. I'm also featuring I think it's called Happiness and Sunshine or Sunshine and Rainbows paper from the celebration, and also the Marvelous paper. And this is a fun fold. It's called a step panel card, okay? So step panel, and it folds flat like this. So there's a greeting down here. Anybody recognize where this greeting here comes from? I'm going to flip it over, show you the back. This is the back. These 2 greetings and this star also come from the same stamp set. I'm going to give you guys a second, see if you guys remember. I'm going to let you know, but just a little teaser today. I just want you guys to tell me which stamp set I used from okay, I'll give you a hint. It's from the annual catalog. So I'm just watching your comments here to see who remembers where this lovely greeting and the star came from. Also from the annual catalog, I've used the double oval punch on here, and this beautiful punch in the background. The cloud punch is brand new to the mini catalog. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to open up the celebration catalog here and show you. Just want to check my wording on that paper. I call it Sunshine and Rainbows. Yeah, it is called Sunshine and Rainbows, 6x6 paper. You get that for free with a $60 order. And the other paper I'm using today is the Marvelous paper, and it is on page 10. Yes, exactly, Peggy Ann, you're right. It's the baseball one. It's the Hats Off stamp set. This is where I'm getting those greetings that I'm going to use today with the little van from the Driving By. So Driving By is a free stamp set that you can get with a minimum $60 order. And the Marvelous paper is this one right here. You get 48 sheets, 8 sheets of 6 double-sided designs. I love that you get 8 sheets. It's a lot, right? So you can do lots and lots of projects with it. If you're a scrapbooker, you can use tons of this paper and not run out. You're going to get 8 sheets of each one. And let's see here. I do have it. I'm going to show you what it looks like in case you're just joining me now. Here's what it looks like. You get 48 sheets of these. Colors are just gorgeous. They're double-sided. Each side looks different. I love this swirly side, but I find for the clouds, I'm using the back side. Seems to be my preference for clouds, but I love, love, love the swirl as well. So you need this paper in your life. You definitely do. So that's that one. The Sunshine and Rainbows, I've got a couple packages here because I'm in love with this paper. Now this paper is also 6x6, but the patterns and the colors are so, so, so happy. And that's for free with a $60 order. So 3 things today I'm going to use for my step panel card. Okay, so let's talk about this step panel card. The first thing we need to do for our step panel card is to bring in the paper trimmer. I'm going to show you how to cut the main part, the background, the card base, we're going to call it. So the card base, I thought I would do this part with you guys, is 10 and a half. So I'm going to make two, right? You always make two cards when you cut your cardstock. And we're going to just straighten this up here a little bit, move my coffee out of the way. So 10 and a half. So let's cut this at 10 and a half. 10 and a half by 4 1/4. So this is how you're going to get two of these cards out of a sheet. Okay, so 10 and a half by 4 1/4. And then we're going to score it at 5 1/2, 6 3/4, sliding it down here, 6 3/4, 8 3/4, and 10 inches. Okay, so 10 inches. So again, it's 4 1/4 by 10 and a half, and I've scored it at 5 1/2, 6 3/4, 8 3/4, and 10. Okay, so that's that one. That's our main part of our card base. So I've got everything else pre-cut, but I wanted to show you how to cut and score the main part. So for this piece, we're going to have, let me bring in all my other pieces here. I'm going to type a tutorial and post it on my blog. And once I'm done, I will come back here and send you the link so you guys can go to my blog and see that. So don't worry about writing all these measurements down. This background paper here, I've trimmed it to be 4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to sit on this back piece. So let's go ahead and stick that down. And let's see. Just trying to straighten this up for you guys a little bit better. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to put this DSP on the back here. So I'm going to flip it over and just add my glue to the background. And it's going to go like this. So this is the back panel. Now these pieces here, I'm going to use my bone folder and I'm going to fold them, reinforce them. So I'm going to fold each score line. And when I get to the tiny score line right here, I'm going to bring in my tear tape and I'm going to add a little bit of tear tape just to this little 1/2 inch piece here. So we're going to add tear tape and we're going to burnish it with my finger here, and I'm going to peel off that covering. And then we're going to fold this up, and this piece gets folded down like so. Let's see. I just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Make sure. Yes. Okay. So you want to fold this down, and we're going to fold it up. Oh yeah, this piece goes down like this. You got to fold the third one or the second score line down. Yeah. Okay. I had to stop and think. And you want to fold it flat so that then you end up with like a little box here. So that's your first one. Okay. So that little score line right there where I put my tear tape, that's what's going to create the first box to my step panel card. Okay. So now I'm going to put that aside. I have another piece of cardstock. Again, Pool Party, same color. And this one measures 2 1/2 by 6 inches, and I've scored it at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to put my tear tape at the top here on this strip, and then I'm going to flip it over, and we put tear tape at the very bottom, down here, like that. And we're going to put some basic white. A basic white panel goes on here. Now that basic white panel measures 2 1/4 by 4 inches. So I'm just going to glue this down like so. I'll just put this right on the front. And I have some other designer series papers, paper pieces, and I'm going to show you those right now. So I've got my striped piece here that's going to go on the front of this panel, and it measures, let's see, 1 3/4 by 4 inches. Okay, so 1 3/4 by 4, that's going to sit on the front of this card, like so. Just put that here, Love all the colors. Okay, so that's going there. And then on the top of this piece and the top of here, I've got another piece of the Sunshiny Rainbows paper. And this piece here measures 1 by 4. Yes, 1 by 4. And that's going to go right across here, just to add a little pop of color to the top part of my little box here. And then, oops, that's the beauty of my tear tape, or not tear tape, multi-purpose glue. I can wiggle this bit back into place. Okay, so press that down and we can reinforce the score lines because this is going to fold flat, okay? So it's going to fit in your envelope. So then I'm going to put my designer series paper up here. This card comes together really quickly when you get all these pieces cut. So you're definitely going to want the cutting measurements so you can make this card at home. So easy. Okay, and we have another piece of 1 inch by 4 inch that's going to sit right here in the bottom. So when the recipient pulls this out of the envelope, they'll be able to see their greeting, right? So that's going to sit down here. So let's do some stamping. We're going to do, and I also have another piece for the back, but we'll get to that in a second. So we're going to do some stamping. So I'm just going to put this over here for a second, and we're going to stamp on this 1 by 4 inch piece. So for that one, I'm going to bring in my Hats Off stamp set, and it has a stamp that says, "Here's to the next adventure." I love that one. And I mean, because the little Volkswagen, I mean, it looks like you're going on an adventure, right? So we're going to use Bermuda Bay and Magenta Madness, which are the colors of, they're in the paper, right? There's so many fun, amazing colors in this designer series paper. So I'm just pulling out the paper, pulling out the ink that coordinates with the paper. So here's to the next adventure. I'm going to grab the little star and I'm going to do a couple of my Bermuda Bay. I'm going to use my Bermuda Bay ink and I'll do one here and one over here. There we go. All right, so I'll just set my ink off to the side for a second and we'll glue that strip down to the front panel at the bottom. So that's going to go right here like that. Again, this piece measures 1 by 4. And then what I'm going to do, just press that, make sure it sticks. I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to put I have another little strip here. It's 1/2 inch by 2 1/4. That's going to sit right down here at the bottom. It's going to be kind of the ground where I'm going to put my little Volkswagen at the top. I call it a Volkswagen. My kids love these vans. Whenever we're traveling on the road, they always they're always pointing out these little hippie vans, right? And I love this one. It's so cute. So that's going to go, you can stamp directly on the white, but I already did this part because you guys watched me color yesterday. You watched me color the little bug. Yesterday, I did this card here on camera. And then afterwards, I did this one with the double oval punch. So they're very similar, but just a little different. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Janet. So we're going to do some stamping, or I did some stamping already, but I want to share with you how I colored this little bug. Let's see if this one will fit on here. So I'm not going to do all the fussy cutting and stuff. You don't need to watch me do that today, but I'm going to do my little Volkswagen van on here like that with Memento Black. And I'll show you how I colored mine. Let's see, just grabbing my blends here. So I'll share with you the colors I used. I love, love, love the Magenta Madness and the Pool Party together, but I'm using Polished Pink. So it's quite similar, Polished Pink. So I'm going to take the Polished Pink dark Polished Pink, and I'm going to color the top of my van, this part up here, Polished Pink, and then I'm going to give this the little, what are these called? I can't remember the name for this part of the car. Anyway, the top of the tires I'm going to do in Polished Pink, and then I'm going to bring in my dark Smoky Slate. I'm going to line the tires with dark Smoky Slate, and Then I'm going to do the inside of my tires with the Smoky Slate light color. And then I'm going to use the light Smoky Slate to do the fenders and the little exhaust pipe coming out the back there. Okay, so let's do some Pool Party. I've got dark Pool Party here. I'm going to use my dark Pool Party to do the top portion of the van up here using the skinny piece. There's a fine tip and then a fuzzy, I call it a fuzzy, but a felt tip, right? So we're going to take this one and we're just going to add, I'm just going to add some dark Pool Party to the edges here. And you can go over it as many times as you want to get the shade that you want. And then I have a couple of different ones here. Yeah, that's another dark. Then I'm going to bring in my light Pool Party and I'm going to color over the rest of my van. And I'm just lightly touching the part where it's where I added the dark so that we can leave that shading. And you can come back in. This is what I love about blends. You can come back in with the dark and you can add more shading if you want to. And then you can use your light and you can color till your heart's content. And I also like to use the light Pool Party just to add a little bit of accent to the windows. You don't need to color them in completely, but just a little accent, okay? So that's my little van. Now you can fussy cut this guy out. Let me share with you, I have a few that I was doing this morning while I was having my coffee. I'll show you the different colors here. And I texted these to my son, Andrew, and he loved them. And he picked this one and this one were his favorite. So these are the solid colors. And then I just did, so this one has Daffodil Delight with pink. And so, yeah. So we're going to use this one on our card today. And let's see. We're going to just, so as I mentioned, you could stamp it on here, but I love to pop things up with dimensionals because, I mean, dimension is where it's at, right? So I'm going to put my van right above this strip at the bottom here with some dimensionals. Let me grab my dimensionals here and we'll put the van down on here. Now we totally could have put this card together and then did the van part, but I'm just going ahead with this part right now. And then I'll show you how this all goes together. So there's my little van. He's so adorable. And the cloud punch. So this is the cloud punch. And I've just taken this paper here and popped it into the cloud punch. And I got one of my clouds. And I love it because it's like Pool Party. Everything matches, right? As a beauty, as you guys always hear me talk about how everything coordinates with Stampin' Up. So we're going to take my glue and I'm just going to glue this down at the top here. Put cloud in the sky. And then let's go ahead and put this down on our card now. So I'm going to flip it over and that piece of tear tape that I put at the bottom here, I'm going to peel that off and I'll peel off the top one. Just using my fingernail, but you can also use your take your pick tool, whatever works best for you. So we're going to flatten this down and I'm just lining this edge up with this top score line here and I'm just centering it. So press that one down and then I'm going to fold this top one up here and just fold it down. And then I'm going to pull down like this. And so this one is going to get anchored up here like so. So that creates that, here I'll hold it on the side so you can get the side profile. So that's how you get, you know, when you open it, it'll be flat and it will fit into an envelope. And then when the recipient opens it, it'll probably pop forward in their hands and you can get that effect of the fun fold. Isn't that cool? I love this card. And you can totally, like I mentioned before, you can make this out of any designer series paper, any cardstock. And I love the panels on the top. They pull all of the colors in from that beautiful paper. So it's very interactive and fun. But we need a greeting on the front. So in the stamp set, there is this greeting here, driving by to just say hi. I love that. So let's grab that one and some scrap white. I'm going to stamp it just with Memento, but you could stamp it with Bermuda Bay. You could stamp it with the Magenta Madness. I'm just going to stamp it right here. And we're going to pull in my double oval punch. And we're just going to pop that out with the bottom one, the actual oval. And then the top part, I'm going to use a scrap piece of Magenta Madness, pop one of those out, and we're going to add that to the Magenta Madness scalloped oval. Love this punch so, so much. So many greetings fit in this punch. So if you don't have the hats off stamp set or the oval punch or the cloud punch, you could combine them together and you would qualify for a level 1 celebration. So that would be a great way to get this driving by stamp set for free, the paper for free. So many choices. So I'm just going to stick this right over here on top of the cloud, and you could totally pop it up if you wanted to. I think on my original sample I did put dimensionals there, but for this one we're just going to have the van as the focal point for my for the front of the card. Okay, so that's the front of the card. The only thing left for the front that we need to do, of course, is to add some embellishments. So let's bring back my iridescent rhinestones. And these are free, guys, if you spend $60 in my online store using this host code at the top of my screen here. You're going to get a free package of these from me, as well as the 5 cards from my launch video. So we're going to put some of these, I'm going to put 3 of them. I'm going to put 2 up here by the clouds, and then I'm going to fold the card flat because this is how the recipient will get the card. And I'm going to put 1 down here, just like that. And of course you can add more if you like. Now the back of this card, that's where I want to put my piece of basic white that measures 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to do some more stamping back there because this is where we're going to be able to sign and write a greeting, write our message. So from the Hats Off stamp set, there's this stamp that says life is great. And there's that here's to the next adventure again. You could make this into a masculine card and stamp, to the guy that wears many hats, and you could totally stamp it with hats, put a hat on there. Lots and lots of choices. So for my card, I'm just going to do the Life is Great in Bermuda Bay, just tie in all the colors from our designer series paper again. We're just tying it all in. So Life is Great, and here's to the next adventure. I'm going to stamp that with Magenta Madness underneath it, like that. And let's bring in that little star again, and we're going to stamp that star with some different colors just to make it really vibrant and fun. Okay, so I have, what other colors do I have here? I have Mango Melody as well. So I've got a little baby wipe. I need to rinse my chamois, so I'm just going to use baby wipes this morning. I'm just going to put a couple of Magenta Madness stars and some Bermuda Bay stars, maybe another one down here. And then we're going to go into the Mango Melody. Such a fun yellow color. Love this one. It's nice and bright. So 1, 2, and maybe one more over here. Okay, so there's our greeting. Now you can go ahead and stamp another van on the back. You guys know how I love to coordinate all parts of the card so they match. I've got all these vans here that are already done. So why don't I add a yellow one back here? So I'm just going to add that with some glue. I already got it done and cut out, so I might as well use it. And put that one down here. So adorable. So this one I did with not Magenta Madness, Polish Pink, the light Polish Pink, and Daffodil Delight. So we're going to add our glue to the edges of this back piece, and we'll put this in place. Here we go. So the card lays flat like this, and you can put that back piece on. And I have some white space where I can sign my name. And there we have it. So there's the back, and there's the front. And it folds like that, folds like this, so that it fits in the envelope. Isn't that fun? I love this. It's called the Step Panel card. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I love this one too. I'm so excited. But wouldn't this be fun to send to anybody that you're thinking about? Put a smile on their face. You could totally change out, excuse me, you can change out your image. If you like the bug, you can put that one on there. You could put this car on there too, like change it up, right? So you could actually put, you know, one of the vans on the front and a couple of cars on the back and really make it fun and make it your own, right? So I hope you enjoyed this card. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Bet. Oh, here, close up. Sorry, guys. Just trying to turn you around here. Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. I'm happy you guys like this one. I like it too, and I want to make some different cards with this one using some different stamps and some different papers, and it's just such an easy card. Totally easy, right? There's no die cuts or anything. It's just really it's punches. So if you're looking to fill your order, you're wondering what to get, and you're brand new, punches are definitely your friends, right? So the double oval punch is a great one. You could get one of those. You could get the cloud punch, any of the other punches in the main catalog. Once you get to $60, you get something for free, and every 60 thereafter. So if you get to 120, you get two, and 180 you get three, and so on and so on and so on. So there's no limits to the amount of free stuff. You heard Carol, I think it was Carol said at the beginning, 9 things, right? 9 things. So that's quite a bit. But you need all those things, right? You need all of the Celebration freebies, and you need to do it early, I think, because of the global shipping issues. Stampin' Up! Has so much in their warehouse right now, and it's really first come, first served. So don't hesitate. I wouldn't hesitate. I don't want you guys to be disappointed. So thank you so much for joining me for my first Friday, Fun Fold Friday of 2022. I'm excited to bring more of these Fun Fold cards to you. There's always something new to learn in stamping world. I've been a demonstrator 19 years and I'm still learning new things. So it's a wonderful hobby. I stacked Terry says stacked. I'm not sure what that means. Stacked question mark. Maybe you can clarify, Terry, what you mean by stacked. Um, it's a stacked promotion. Yes, it's stacked in the sense that you can get as many as you want, right? So if you place an order today and you get paper and you use it all up, you can place another order in 2 weeks' time and get more paper if you want to. The other thing I want to mention to you, oh, the name of my card is called the Step Fold. So it's like a step, right? It's like steps. It's called the Step Panel Fold. Okay. I will be posting it on my blog. I've already taken pictures of it, so I'm just about to do that. As soon as I leave our video here this morning, I'm going to go to my blog and type up the tutorial so that you guys can have the measurements and you can make some of these. And I would love, yeah, it's called the Step Panel Fold card. Yeah. I would love to see what you guys make. If you use different suite of products, please share your cards with us here or over on my VIP page, VIP group. I have a Stampin' Up! VIP group, and if you're not a part of that, let me know, and I'd love to invite you to join us over there. So thank you again, everybody. I hope you're going to have a great weekend, first weekend of 2022. And stay warm if you're in the West. Stay warm. I think we're going to get a little bit of a break, but it's still freezing here. It's a great time to stay inside and to craft. I was going to mention briefly about the starter kit. Do not forget about that amazing deal. For $135, you get to pick $165 worth of whatever you want, and you get 2 free stamp sets right now when you join with Stampin' Up! 2 stamp sets of any value. So pick your most expensive ones on your wish list. And when you purchase that starter kit, there's no strings attached. You do not have to run a business. You do not have to sell. You do not have to do Facebook Lives or anything like this. You can be a hobby demonstrator and enjoy your discount. So I had a lady join yesterday, and that was her question. And I think she's going to be super happy. About 85% of the ladies on my team, and I say ladies, but they can be gentlemen as well, are hobby. So you can enjoy your discount. It's like a Costco membership. You can use it and get your discount, and you get privileges, lots and lots and lots of privileges, actually way more than Costco. Because when you go to Costco, you pay your membership, but you don't get anything. You just get a plastic card and you get entry in the door. When you buy a starter kit, you're going to get all of that stuff I just mentioned, and then you get all of the benefits afterwards, because that's when the fun starts, right? So I'd love to have you join my team. Take care, everybody. Have a great Friday. And I hope, yes, Carol, you're a hobby demonstrator. See, Hobby demonstrators are the bomb. They truly are. I love, love, love my hobby demonstrators. And I never pressure anybody to run a business. It's totally up to you. This is my love of my life. I am a demonstrator and this is my full-time job, but that is totally up to you what you do. You can be hobby for a while. And then if you really, really like it and you're like, I want to make some money or I want to take it up a notch, make it as a business, you can do that. But there's no pressure from anybody. Me, Stampin' Up, nobody gives you pressure. So it's a win-win situation. You got nothing to lose, nothing. Take care, everybody. Have a happy Friday. Have a great weekend. And I'll be back on Monday at 9 to see you here for another fun video. And have a great time stamping this weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.